Namaste everyone, this is Lasya. I am from the batch of 2020. I passed out 12th grade here. I did my fashion studies in school to check how it works, because I was always passionate about fashion, to do design. I wanted to go to Paris to study, and before all of that happened, I wanted a little background, so I came to Suchitra to do fashion. It was a very, very nice experience. I got to learn a lot and I had a lot of fun. And then I did my bachelor's in Paris for 3 years. I worked for 1 year with fashion brands, and I'm coming back here after 4 years. It feels very nice. There are a lot of changes in the school. Previous staff room was turned into a fashion room now. The building before the amphitheatre is gone is very spacious, it's very nice. I like the fact that the trees and everything remain the same, nothing has changed. It's just the buildings and it has improved, it's become more modern. It's very nice, and the art has become very nice too. I remember playing around here, doing my annual day practice around here with my teachers, doing like my farewell around this MP hall over here as well. It was really nice, and I do miss all my teachers and friends from back then. But it's nice to come back here.
Namaste Suchitrans. Welcome to a very special edition of Fashion Forward on Suchitra TV. Today we're thrilled to reconnect with one of our most talented alumni from Suchitra Academy from the batch of 2019-2020, Miss Lasya Tata. Welcome, Miss Lasya.
Thank you for having me here. I'm so glad to be here.
Lasya, it's a pleasure to have you here in our studio today.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Suchitra Academy. How are you feeling? Back on the campus, if you can share some of your memories with us.
I think my favorite memories were like our history classes, because we had a great teacher, and it was very much less about textbooks in the class, and it was more about conversations. Like we had conversations about everything from Marvel to life to being women and all of that. Yes. And like our teacher was quite like a senior, and then she told us all about her life experience, and back then it was just fun to listen to her. But I think later in life, those lessons, those words from her really helped me, so I think that will be my most fun experience.
All right. I'm glad that you were sharing that, because I think we don't remember so much of our schooling, but still some students like you we get to understand about the importance of education after we go out of school gates.
Exactly.
So we're inspired. I think the inspiration comes from the teachers themselves, right?
Yeah.
To start off with, can you tell us about your digital fashion, like your career? Like, what's your passion? Why did you choose? And how did that happen?
Yeah, so actually I did my bachelor's in fashion design in general, where we learned like very traditional French couture techniques and garment making and everything. But I think after COVID, after the pandemic, there was this time period where all the fashion houses were going through this huge loss, because people weren't buying any garments anymore because people were staying at home and stuff.
Right.
So that's when I think digital fashion as a field gained fame. And then in our second year of college, they introduced it as a small subject where they taught us real basics of what digital fashion is. And like after working for 1 year after my bachelor's, I realized that I'm more into this futuristic digital fashion than the traditional garment making.
All right.
Yeah.
The way fashion is evolving as a technology is truly mind-blowing. I think you all agree with me, right?
Yeah.
So tell us, what kind of opportunities does digital fashion or fashion industry opens up for young designers, or creators. Like even our students are very much eager to listen to that.
Yeah. So I think for me it's like two sides of fashion, because what I've seen, like what I aspired when I was in school was, I thought fashion was all about creativity and everything. But as I like dive deep into the subject, I realized that it's a lot about like a creative side of it, but there's also a very practical side of fashion that I don't think people realize until you get into it.
I know.
Yeah, so I think fashion as design, as like the glamorous part of it, is a very small part of it. And there's so much that goes into the background. There's so much technical stuff, there's so much craft, there's so much skills that you need to perfect. And especially in digital fashion as well, there's so much there's a lot about softwares, there's a lot about like the technical skills that you need to master. And I think for me, I realized that I won't be able to like become a designer or like that creative part of design yet, because that takes experience, that takes all the practical side of it.
Now for students interested in pursuing in a similar path, what skills or educational background would you recommend they focus on succeeding in the industry, specifically fashion industry?
I think for digital fashion, it's a lot about like real practical skills. There's also a creative side for digital fashion, but it's very hard to get to that creative side without knowing the practical skills and without having the practical knowledge of it.
Okay.
So I think with digital fashion, it's very important to have a proper degree, a proper course, because it's digital fashion is very incorporated in the background of the fashion industry. It's not very visible right now. So I think to realize and know what is it that is the requirement on the background of the fashion industry, you need to take a bachelor's in fashion, in digital fashion, or as I'm doing a master's, so we get more exposure into what happens on the background of the garments of the digital fashion. Because digital fashion is like, it has a lot of parts, it has a lot of segments. There's people who design garments for games, people who design skins for games and characters and avatars and all those things. And there's digital fashion for advertising, for magazines, because now it's not everybody in magazines are actually wearing real garments. It is just a digital garment. And we cannot make that out sometimes.
Yeah, we can't make it out.
And then there's another side of it where it's like, it's more practical stuff, like how we see now in like Lenskart or Carrot Lane, where we have like virtual trials of the glasses and virtual cosmetic trials as well, the hair color trials as well.
So physically however we do, but virtually also we're gonna do.
So it is going towards the sustainable thing where we're producing less and less, and we're producing for optimal usage, and then there's less and less wastage. Because there's also digital fashion runways now, so not all the garments that you see on the runway are physically produced, and you won't make that out until you have the eye for it.
I think so much changed, right, in the industry of fashion, specifically when technology has taken over, these things. I think it requires a lot more, skill and hard work too. More than smart work, I think it needs a lot of hard work too into that. Can you say it's a blend of art and technology together?
It is a blend of art and technology, but then there's also a third aspect of it which a lot of people miss, which is practice. Because when it comes to like art, people think like it comes in a flow and then there's no need to like work hard or in a systematic manner. But I think practice and like organization of whatever you're doing, your skills and how you're practicing them is also very important.
So as you said, you're pursuing your master's in Paris, right? So one of the world's fashion capitals there. So what has your experience been like studying in a place with such of rich fashion and culture?
I think I always had a dream to study there, and it was for an obvious reason. It's very pretty, very beautiful, a lot of fashion. But I think when I went there, it was much more better than I expected, because like I can see the difference when I'm there and then when I come back home. Because things over there, like every corner of the city has a lot of creativity, a lot of inspiration, a lot of stories. Like when you're in Paris, there's so much, like, it's just a very creative space because people really value creativity and freedom and art.
Yes.
And they actually like pay money for, you know, somebody's art, or, you know, we see a lot of those things.
Art in everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like in food, cuisine,
everything.
Fashion,
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, from
Art
the
form.
very small aspects of like even making a menu, for example, they consider that an art.
Okay.
So it comes I don't know if it comes naturally to French people, but I think Paris, it's very like natural for people to approach every single thing with, you know, an artistic perspective. Yeah. And then it's like this fashion everywhere on the streets. Like, I feel like everybody there just knows how to dress well. Like, they just know how to put outfits together so well.
Yeah.
Everybody's so well dressed all the time, and you always have inspiration like everywhere. Like, I love to sit in the metro and just people watch because there's so much creativity, so much, you know, fashion
I think different
everywhere.
personalities, you know, different people dressing up differently.
Yeah.
And all of that.
Yeah.
That is also makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So I think studying in Paris must be a surreal experience for you.
Yeah.
For anyone passionate about fashion and all of that.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, what message would you like to leave for the students here at Suchitra who are listening and might be inspiring to the entire fashion industry?
I think what I would say is basically, if you're really passionate about fashion, only then get into it. Otherwise, it's very, very difficult because it's a very it's an industry operating on opinions, because then there's no rules or standards. It's all about the opinion. Like, if something is good, if something is bad, it depends on people's opinion, your boss's opinion, and it's very opinionated. So to power through that and keep going in the fashion industry, you need to be really passionate about what you're doing. Otherwise, it's very easy to get hit with different opinions and and then you feel
might go.
you might leave.
Yeah.
Because when I started doing my bachelor's, I had 30 students in my class, and then by the third year it was reduced to 12 students. So in the span of 3 years, 15 to 17.
I think the realization hits a little later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're not very, very passionate about fashion, or if you're not prepared to take people's criticism as well, because that is part of the industry, for sure. It's not very inspiring. It's very but it's better to be prepared, especially I think even if it's not in 12th class, or even if you're taking a gap year, I think it's just better to prepare. What I did, why I came to Suchitra was actually because of that, because I knew I wanted to do fashion, but I wanted to really know what is the practical side of it, and that's why I took fashion studies.
You had a touch of it here.
Yeah. Right. And then in 12th I decided, yes, I'm going to go for it because I like all aspects of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you thought that, okay, I can handle this particular thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So if you really want to pursue the passion, just go for it.
Yeah. And if not, take a gap year and think about it, because once you get into it, it's not, especially in India, I think it's a 4-year degree, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's quite a lot of practical stuff that you go through in school. So, and it's a lot, and even if teachers are judging you, it does not have a key, to the answers or the question answer stuff. It's all about opinions. It's about if your teacher likes your work, he doesn't like your work. Somebody else might, but the teacher may not sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you need to be able to take that opinions and not be affected by them and keep going. Yeah. So for that you need to really have a passion inside to guide you.
If I am going, I am not getting deviated.
Exactly.
Kind of a focus. I think those are very inspiring words. We wish you all the best for your future and your education in Paris.
It was very interesting to put all of my experience in few words like this, because I'm also realizing, okay, this is what I experienced. Yeah. Because I never actually put it into words like that. It's nice. It was fun. It was exciting.
Okay. And that's a wrap for our special episode of Fashion Forward. We hope you've been inspired by the incredible journey of Miss Lasya. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Namaste.